Welcome to my book review on Dopamine Detox by Thibaut. As someone who has spent a decade reviewing books on personal development, I can confidently say that Dopamine Detox stands out from the rest. In today's world, we are bombarded with stimuli that release dopamine, a neurotransmitter that is associated with pleasure and reward. From social media to video games to junk food, our brains are wired to seek out these pleasurable experiences. However, excessive dopamine stimulation can lead to addiction, anxiety, and even depression. In this book, the author offers a practical guide for anyone looking to break free from their dopamine addiction and regain control over their life. Chapter 1: Understanding Dopamine Addiction. Missouri begins the book by explaining the science behind dopamine addiction. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that is released when we experience pleasure or reward. It is a key component of the brain's reward system and plays a crucial role in regulating motivation, learning, and decision-making. However, the brain's reward system can become hijacked by external stimuli that release dopamine in large amounts, leading to addiction. Missouri explains that dopamine addiction can take many forms, from substance abuse to behavioral addictions such as gambling or social media use. The common thread among these addictions is that they all involve a compulsive desire for more dopamine despite the negative consequences that may result. Chapter 2: The 3-Step Process. The author introduces his 3-step process from breaking free from dopamine addiction: awareness, detoxification, and reprogramming. Step 1: Awareness. The first step in the process is awareness. The author emphasizes the importance of becoming aware of the sources of dopamine in our lives and how they are affecting us. This requires a level of introspection and honesty with oneself, which can be challenging but ultimately rewarding. The author suggests keeping a dopamine journal to track the sources of dopamine in one's life and how they are impacting one's mood and behavior. He also recommends reflecting on the underlying emotions or needs that may be driving the compulsive behavior. Step 2: Detoxification. The second step is detoxification. The author suggests taking a break from all sources of dopamine for a period of time, whether it be a day or a week. This includes social media, video games, junk food, and even caffeine. This break allows the brain to reset and become less dependent on external sources of dopamine. The author acknowledges that detoxification can be difficult, especially for those who have developed a strong dependency on dopamine. He offers practical tips for making the detoxification process easier, such as finding alternative activities to fill the time previously spent on dopamine-inducing activities. Step 3: Reprogramming. The third and final step is reprogramming. The author emphasizes the importance of replacing unhealthy dopamine sources with healthier ones, such as exercise, meditation, reading, and spending time in nature. This step requires intentional effort and commitment, but can lead to more fulfilling and balanced life. The author provides practical guidance on how to reprogram one's habits and behaviors. He recommends starting small and gradually building up more challenging activities. He also suggests finding accountability partners or support groups to maintain motivation and accountability. Chapter 3: The Benefits of Dopamine Detox. In this chapter, Missouri explores the benefits of dopamine detox beyond breaking free from addiction. He argues that dopamine detox can lead to a greater productivity, creativity, and overall well-being. By reducing dependence on external sources of pleasure, individuals can become more self-reliant and less prone to distraction. This can lead to increased productivity and a greater sense of accomplishment. The author also discusses the link between dopamine and creativity. When the brain is constantly seeking out dopamine hits, it can be difficult to engage in creative activities that require sustained focus and attention. By breaking free from dopamine addiction, individuals may find it easier to engage in creative pursuits and experience a greater sense of flow and inspiration. Furthermore, Missouri argues that dopamine detox can lead to a greater sense of well-being and happiness. When individuals are no longer reliant on external sources of pleasure, they may find more joy in simple pleasures and everyday experiences. This can lead to a greater sense of contentment and fulfillment in life. Chapter 4: Overcoming Common Challenges. In this chapter, Missouri addresses common challenges that individuals may face when attempting to break free from dopamine addiction. He acknowledges that the process can be difficult and that setbacks are to be expected. However, he provides practical tips for overcoming these challenges and staying on track. One common challenge is the fear of missing out, that is FOMO. When individuals take a break from social media or other dopamine-inducing activities, they may worry what they are missing out on important information or experiences. Missouri suggests reframing these mindsets by focusing on the benefits of disconnecting and the opportunities that arise when one is more present and engaged in the moment. Another common challenge is boredom. When individuals are used to constant stimulation from dopamine-inducing activities, they might find it difficult to engage in activities that don't provide an immediate dopamine hit. Missouri suggests embracing boredom as an opportunity for creativity and self-reflection. By allowing the mind to wander and explore new ideas, individuals may discover new passions and interests. Chapter 5. Maintaining a balanced dopamine diet. In the final chapter, the author discusses the concept of a balanced dopamine diet. Just as we are advised to maintain a balanced diet of healthy foods, Missouri suggests that we should also strive for a balanced dopamine diet. This means being intentional about the sources of dopamine in our lives and ensuring that we are not becoming overly reliant on any one source. Missouri suggests diversifying one's sources of pleasure and finding joy in a variety of activities, from spending time with loved ones to engaging in creative pursuits. The author also emphasizes the importance of self-awareness and ongoing reflection. By regularly assessing one's habits and behaviors, individuals can stay attuned to their dopamine intake and make adjustments as needed. Personal reflections. These are my insights on the book. As someone who has struggled with dopamine addiction in the past, I found Dopamine Detox to be a valuable resource for breaking free from unhealthy habits and behaviors. The author's 3-step process is practical and actionable, and his emphasis on self-awareness and intentional living resonated with me. One of the most valuable insights I gained from the book was the importance of diversifying my sources of pleasure. Rather than relying solely on social media or junk food for a dopamine hit, I have made a conscious effort to find joy in a variety of activities, from reading to spending time in nature. I also appreciated the author's emphasis on self-reflection and ongoing assessment. By regularly tracking my dopamine intake and reflecting on how it is impacting my mood and behavior, I have been able to make more informed decisions about how I spend my time and energy. Overall, Dopamine Detox is a valuable resource for anyone looking to break free from dopamine addiction and live a more intentional and fulfilling life. The author's insights are backed by science, and his practical guidance is easy to follow and implement. Whether you're struggling with addiction or simply looking to live a more balanced life, this book is worth a read. There's a link in the description below that you can use to buy this book, which helps creators content like this for free. And thanks for watching.